Our story begins in the impoverished coal mining realm of District 12. The air hangs heavy with the dread of the annual reaping, where children are chosen as tributes. The capital's ritualistic cruelty serves as a brutal reminder of their absolute dominance. The capital's escort, the flamboyantly dressed Effie Trinket, steps forward to draw the names. The tension is suffocating as the first name is called, Primrose Everdeen, Katniss's innocent, 12-year-old sister. A wave of ice-cold terror washes over Katniss, erasing everything but a desperate primal urge. In a powerful moment of self-sacrifice, Katniss Everdeen, the 16-year-old hunter, steps forward and delivers the line that echoes across all of Panem: "I volunteer as tribute." This single act of defiance, this rejection of the capital's script, marks the true beginning of the revolution. She is joined by the male tribute, Peeta Mellark, the baker's son who once saved her life with bread. Katniss and Peeta are abruptly whisked away on a high-speed train towards the capital. The sudden opulence is a jarring shock: lavish food, impossibly clean surroundings, and the sense of being pampered for the slaughter. They meet their mentor, Haymitch Abernathy, a cynical former victor from District 12, whose life is a testament to the game's deep psychological scars. Haymitch, perpetually drunk, is their only lifeline. His message is simple: you need sponsors. In the capital, their appearances, their public narrative, are more crucial than their strength. Survival means appealing to the very people who created this horrific game. Upon arrival, they are instantly thrust into the bizarre world of the capital elite, with their extreme fashions and unsettling detachment. Katniss is dressed and prepared by her gentle, yet visionary, stylist, Cinna, who sees not a pawn, but a spark of defiance in her. Katniss Everdeen is about to become the girl on fire. The tributes enter the training center. Here, all 24 participants from the districts showcase their skills. Katniss excels in her natural element, archery. She hones her aim, securing a high score of 11 from the game makers, who are more interested in their feast than her skills. But the political game is played off camera too. The televised interviews are the crucial turning point. Katniss is awkward and unsure. Peeta, however, delivers a masterstroke of strategy. He confesses his long-held secret love for Katniss. This single declaration instantly transforms them into the star-crossed lovers of District 12. Katniss is conflicted. Is this genuine emotion or just a brilliant play for sponsors? Either way, the capital audience is captivated. The facade has begun. The games begin. In the bloodbath at the cornucopia, Katniss barely escapes, fleeing into the dense forest of the arena. She must rely solely on her hunting and tracking skills to survive, avoiding the careers, strong, well-fed tributes from the wealthy districts trained specifically for this event. In her isolation, she is drawn to a young tribute from District 11, Rue. Tiny, nimble, and with an uncanny knowledge of the arena's ecosystem, Rue reminds Katniss of her own sister, Prim. They form an unlikely, heartfelt alliance, one of the few true moments of connection in the brutal game. Their most audacious move, destroying the career's mountain of essential supplies. It is a moment of victory, but it is swiftly followed by a crippling tragedy. Rue is caught in a trap and brutally killed. Katniss, heartbroken, honors Rue's life by decorating her body with flowers, a silent, defiant rebuke to the capital's cruelty. This act ignites a flicker of hope and rebellion in the districts. Rue's death leaves Katniss desolate, but a sudden announcement from the game makers changes everything. 2 tributes from the same district will be declared winners if they are the last 2 alive. This change is a direct response to the massive emotional appeal of the star-crossed lovers narrative. Katniss immediately sets out to find Peeta, whom she finds injured and camouflaged by a riverbank. He is weak from a severe leg wound. For the camera and the sponsors, Katniss begins to nurse Peeta back to health, playing the part of the devoted lover. They share tender moments in the cave, blurring the lines between strategy and genuine feeling. Katniss is unsure of her true emotions, but she knows the capital audience is eating it up, sending in valuable gifts to keep their romance alive. The game makers announce a deadly feast, a gathering at the cornucopia where essential items, including medicine for Peeta, will be available. It is a cynical trap designed to force a confrontation. Despite Peeta's pleas, Katniss risks everything, knowing the medicine is his only chance. She arrives at the cornucopia and is instantly attacked by Clove, a vicious career tribute. Katniss is cornered, and her life is moments from ending. In a stunning, unexpected moment, Thresh, the massive, strong tribute from District 11, intervenes. He brutally dispatches Clove, but then shows Katniss a moment of profound, honorable mercy. He spares her life in gratitude for her alliance with Rue. Katniss grabs the medicine and races back to Peeta. A near-fatal confrontation survived, thanks to an act of honor in a dishonorable game.
Taking a quick breather. If you're enjoying these insights, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. I'd also love to hear your take on this summary so far, so drop a comment below. Now, let's get back to the book. The games are down to the final 3.
Katniss, Peeta, and the ruthless career, Cato. The game makers unleash their final, horrifying creation, genetically engineered creatures known as mutts, which are terrifyingly reminiscent of the fallen tributes, including Rue. The three remaining tributes are forced into a desperate battle atop the cornucopia. In a final, gruesome struggle, Cato is defeated by the mutts. Katniss delivers the final, merciful blow with her arrow. But just as they believe they have won, the game makers reverse the rule change. Only one victor is permitted. The Capitol wants a single winner, no matter the emotional cost. In a second, iconic act of defiance, Katniss produces a handful of poisonous nightlock berries and offers half to Peeta. They will die together, robbing the Capitol of their victor. The Capitol, in a panic, cannot risk a double suicide. It would be an unprecedented public relations disaster. Claudius Templesmith's voice booms across the arena, declaring, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present the victors of the 74th Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark. The defiance has worked, but at a terrible cost. Katniss and Peeta are immediately separated for medical treatment. The Capitol's manipulation is now starkly clear. They survived the arena, but they have just entered a much more dangerous political game." Katniss realizes her berries moment was not just survival, it was rebellion. Haymitch warns her that the Capitol is furious. Her act made them look foolish and they will want revenge. Katniss and Peeta must now sell their love story like never before, convincing the whole of Panem that their defiance was simply a desperate, irrational act of two teenagers, madly in love. The victory tour is not a celebration, it's a political minefield. Katniss and Peeta are paraded through the districts, witnessing firsthand the unrest their defiance has stirred. The Mockingjay pin, once a quiet token, is now a powerful, dangerous symbol of resistance. Haymitch coaches them tirelessly. Your only defense can be you were so madly in love you weren't responsible for your actions. Every word, every glance, every touch must be a performance for the cameras. Katniss grapples with her true feelings. She cares for Peeta, but is her affection genuine, or is it a survival tactic? Peeta's love seems real, which only complicates the emotional stakes. The tour is a constant reminder that their lives, and the lives of their families, hang precariously on their ability to convincingly lie. As the tour reaches its climax, the pressure becomes unbearable. Peeta, a strategic thinker, has been a willing participant in the lie of their love, but he struggles with the knowledge that Katniss's feelings might be entirely fabricated. Katniss, the survivor, has always prioritized the life of her sister, Prim, and her best friend, Gale. She realizes that her affection for Peeta is intertwined with the necessity of the political game. The line between reality and performance is utterly dissolved. In the final interview, they deliver a masterful, heartbreaking performance. They must be believable. They must convince the Capitol that they are not dangerous rebels, but victims of their own teenage passion. It is a necessary sacrifice of their truth to ensure their survival. The long journey back to District 12 is quiet. The adrenaline of the games and the fear of the tour subside, leaving behind an uncomfortable silence. The veneer of the star-crossed lovers begins to crack. Peeta asks a final loaded question. One more time, for the audience? Katniss cannot answer with the easy lie. She knows what she has done to survive, and she knows the cost to Peeta. Their relationship is forever stained by the political necessity that created it. They return home as victors, forever changed, forever wealthy, but forever under the thumb of the Capitol. Katniss is reunited with Prim and Gale, but the life she left behind is gone. She is no longer just a hunter, she is the Mockingjay, and her fight, whether she chose it or not, has only just begun. The games are over, but the message of the novel endures. Suzanne Collins has delivered a scathing critique of authoritarian control, a chilling portrayal of the weaponization of media, and a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Katniss Everdeen is the embodiment of that resilience. She didn't seek to lead a rebellion. She simply sought to save her sister. Yet her compassion for Rue, her defiance with the berries, and her refusal to follow the Capitol's script turned her into a profound symbol of hope and resistance. The Mockingjay pin, a symbol of freedom, now rests on the jacket of a girl who unknowingly lit a fire that cannot be easily extinguished. The Hunger Games is a cautionary tale that demands we question the spectacle of power, the price of freedom, and the depth of our own courage. In Katniss's journey, we see the power of genuine human connection, whether it's the honest sacrifice for Prim, the strategic alliance with Peeta, or the heartfelt bond with Rue, as the only true antidote to the Capitol's institutionalized cruelty. The Capitol wanted to break her, but in trying to control her narrative, they inadvertently created their worst fear, a hero the people could rally behind. The Hunger Games is a story of survival, yes, but fundamentally, it is a spark, a single, small flame that proves that even in the darkest of dystopias, the human will to resist is the most powerful weapon of all.
The best way to master a book is to share what you've learned. If you enjoyed this journey, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment on this summary below, or suggest the next book we should read. Let's continue building this library together.